Do good, Maverick here. Welcome to podcast episode number 161. I thought I'd jump on and share, I guess, a lesson from a personal story. This is quite a few years ago, and yeah, it basically looked like I had told them that pigs can fly. That was the kind of reaction I was getting from people. And here's the story roughly explained. Me and a bunch of friends, we were planning to go on this long road trip in another country. And we were planning it for like 3 years in advance. Then it would be happening in like 3 years from when we were planning it. And we were a bunch of friends, like 10 people, something like that. And I was saying like, yeah, the big challenge here is money because it's going to be expensive, you know. But since it's already going to be so expensive, instead of taking it for 3 weeks, it's probably only going to be a little bit more expensive to take it for 4 weeks. And then we'll have quite a bit more time for the vacation and for the trip. And they were like, it was like almost an explosion, almost. Not exactly an explosion, but it was like the reaction from people because I was saying, yeah, money is the challenge. But when I said the 4 weeks, it was like, oh no, it's impossible because we only have like we only have 3 weeks of vacation time. Yeah, but it is like 3 years in the future we are planning to do this. Don't you think it is possible to get 1 week longer vacation? No, it's not possible. You can't get another. They were like almost rabid. They were like almost shaking while saying it. No, you can only get 3 weeks vacation. It's not possible. I said, yeah, but the money is the challenge. It's going to be expensive, but no, it has nothing to do with money. It's like money was not the problem. It was it was not possible to get 1 week extra vacation, even if you planned it for 3 years into the future. No, because that's the way it is. It is 3 weeks. My point is, they were so locked into that whole 9 to 5 rat race blueprint. It almost looked like it was some kind of cult. I had an, a normal 9 to 5 job myself. That was not the point. Around that time, I had it myself, but you know, trying to get them to think otherwise. It was kind of like trying to convince them to break the laws of physics. Like a pig can fly if it just waves its feet fast enough, it can fly up in the air and fly away. It it was almost like I was saying something silly like that because the reaction was like, "It's not possible." And we had that argument over and over and over again. Crazy. That's how ingrained that whole thing had become for people. And I'm not meaning this in a rude way towards those people that was involved, but think about it. Is it really 100% totally, completely, physically impossible to get 1 extra week of vacation time for a vacation you're going to for 3 years into the future? Is it really physically impossible to do? We're not talking about breaking the laws of gravity or something crazy like that. What would happen if you were sick? If someone chopped your leg off, would it still be impossible to be away from work for 7 more days? No, of course not. But yeah, that scenario, that whole situation boggled my mind for years afterwards. Just like it was like an illustration of how ingrained that whole blueprint or the matrix or what you want to call it is in a lot of people. And again, I don't mean this in a rude way. It's like just it goes deep, even to the point that if you are challenging it or asking to rearrange things a little bit one time, it's like it is almost the reaction from people is almost the same as if you're saying something crazy like pigs can fly, or that you ask them to break the laws of gravity. It's like you're shaking with their conception of reality or their perception of reality. Like you're shaking with their perception of reality when you are asking them to take 1 extra week of vacation for 3 years into the future. Wild. Now, to be clear, I was not pushing them to do it. They wanted to. Yeah, we should do it for 4 weeks. They were excited about it. Yeah, we should do it for 4 weeks because it's already expensive. But it was just not possible because 3 weeks was the maximum of vacation. Yeah. There was like 10 people that were going to go for that long road trip. But circumstances and everything, we didn't end up doing it. A lot of people, myself included, ended up that we just couldn't afford it. So yeah. And another fun fact, one or two, no, one of the bosses, I was working for 2 guys around those times, and one of them, he had a habit of taking a 4-week vacation every summer. So it definitely was possible to get 4 weeks vacation and not just 3. So if I have not made my point clear here, what's the point of me telling all this? Well, my point is this, that when it comes to the normal things, like maybe getting extra education and getting a job, and once you have a job, the kind of blueprint inside the 9 to 5 rat race, you work that many days, that many hours, maybe some more. You only have 3 weeks of vacation in those and those times, things like that. When people are working in the rat race, some people are so scripted that if you are talking about things and you're presenting something that you might consider doing, or maybe they could be doing, if it does not fit inside that box that they are living in, the kind of scripted box of the 9 to 5 rat race, 3 weeks vacation in the summer, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. If it doesn't fit inside that box, you are stupid. It's almost like that with many people. Like if you talk about, oh, wouldn't it be interesting to, custom build that car? If you're talking about dream cars. Yeah, but wouldn't that be expensive? And if you reach a certain price, but it would be like extremely expensive. You're talking about dream cars, things you might do in the future. Like if it reaches a certain limit and they're just like, No, it's not possible. How are you going to do that? It's almost like an explosion because now they realize, oh snap, uh, that's not possible. That's probably not possible at all because you're working only that you're working 9 to 5 in a job. You only make that per year. If you're going to pay for a car like that, we had to work for like 17 years only for a car. It's not possible. Save it up. It's like if it, yeah, the whole argument is like if it cannot be done normally inside a job as an employee, then you are kind of stupid for talking about it. It's not possible. Pigs cannot fly. Yeah, but that's not what you're talking about. Maybe you're talking about something that could be done if you made something as an entrepreneur, if you got an extra income, if you invested and earned more, whatever. I totally agree if people object to things and say like, yeah, but that's probably too expensive when we are making money this way. Yeah, totally, completely, I agree. But people having such a gut reaction, an almost instinctual reaction, where they almost get mad. It's like, no, it's not possible at all. It's like they're talking like it's not possible at all to do for people because like that's the box they're living in. Yeah, but is it possible to make more money in other ways? This I could go on and on about this. I guess I made my point, but yeah, it's basically that some people get so ingrained or scripted or yeah, so into the blueprint that you have problems even thinking outside it. Mind-boggling. And I don't mean this in a rude way at all. It's just extremely mind-boggling to me that if you're talking with people about something, once you reach a certain money amount, it's like cut off. No, it's not possible. Stop talking. It's like they get mad about it. Stop talking about it. Or if you reach some other limit, like, yeah, if we are planning that vacation together 3 years into the future, maybe we could expand it from like 3 weeks to 4 weeks. Oh, boom. No, you can't do it because it's not possible. They're talking about what should I call the Matrix or the 9 to 5 script. Like anything outside of it is physically impossible. It is just the laws of the universe. It cannot be done. Stop talking like that. I get mad at you for talking such nonsense. It's almost that kind of reaction with many people. Yeah, I guess this might come off wrong to many people, but it sounds like I might be some kind of hostile towards people are working a 9 to 5 or people that have not escaped the rat race. That's not my point. At the time of this recording, I've not even escaped the rat race properly myself either. I'm basically in the process of doing it. So that's not my point. It's just that when people get so ingrained or scripted that they have problems even thinking outside it, then how are they going to escape it if they can't even think outside of that mental box, Think outside the box. Yeah, some people are not even capable of doing that. Or maybe they're capable of, but it seems to cost them tremendous discomfort to do so. Even as a thought experiment, it's like, oh, don't. but sometimes it seems like you can snap them out of it. And the way I like to do it, I ask people this a lot. Something roughly like this. What would you do if you won like $20 million in the lottery? What would you do? Then I get people to snap out of it because like, oh yeah, that's possible. Some people win. It might be me next time. Then they kind of snap out of it because then it's like, yeah, some people win the lottery. Like that's one of the paths to escape the 9 to 5 rat race. But anything like tweaking things inside it, rearranging things a little bit, or maybe starting a business that can help you escape, or things like that. It's like it can be extremely hard to discuss. Accurate thinking, thinking logically, rationally, intelligently, and be kind of multidisciplinary, using multiple mental models, and basically not be trapped inside thinking just within the ramifications of their current job setup. That's something that's oftentimes lacking. Think different, like the old Apple commercial. Anyway, I guess I've made my point. It was kind of, yeah. And by the way, there's one more thing to this whole thing I have to include. This whole story that I just talked about, me discussing with some friends about going for that road trip 3 years in the future, taking a vacation longer for 4 weeks instead of just 3 weeks. That whole thing, that whole discussion. Just a few days ago, I tried to explain this story to someone else. The whole story that I just told. I tried to explain it to someone else because I wanted to just make my point that I was kind of mind boggled that people thought it was not possible to get 1 week extra vacation. I was just shocked by it. I still kind of mind boggled by it. So I told this whole story, and those people reacted the same way. It was like my whole shock over again. Like, yeah, but it's not possible. It was like they was like rattled, almost angry at me for saying something like that. And I was like, wow. Some people really are trapped inside the matrix, or what you want to call it. There is a book by M.G. DeMarco. Let me try to pull it up. No, I think it's lying under a stack of other books here. He has a book, Unscripted. By the way, let me try to find it because I want to see the subtitle. Yeah, here I have it. This is a book by M.G. DeMarco. Unscripted: Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Entrepreneurship by M.J. DeMarco. He's the international best-selling author of The Millionaire Fast Lane. This one. And when it comes to M.J. DeMarco, so far, he is one of the best authors I know of when it comes to explaining how the 9 to 5 rat race is kind of like a cult. Not exactly, maybe, but it's kind of like a cult, and how it affects people's mindsets, how things work, how people get indoctrinated into it, how that whole thing works, and contrasting it with entrepreneurship and the real world. I'm not saying entrepreneurship is easy, but my point is a lot of people are so ingrained that they think That whatever happens in the 9 to 5 rat race, that's almost like the laws of the universe. That's like the physical laws. And yeah, MG DeMarco, he explains a lot of it brilliantly. And also oftentimes with great humor as well. So yeah, if you want to understand my point better and improve your mindset when it comes to entrepreneurship and free yourself more from the crutches of the matrix or the 9 to 5 or the rat race or what you want to call it, then maybe you should consider it. Let me see if I can find some quotes. There's one quote. When it comes to script speak from the scripted, ask yourself this. If I accept average advice from average people living average lives, can I expect to be anything but average? That's just one of them. It's like a bunch of nuggets in this book. My downtown trip featuring a horde of caffeinated zombies highlights the typical plight of a first world human. Regardless of country or culture, forced awake, drag yourself out of bed, drive, train, or walk to a tolerated job, and exist on autopilot 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for the next 50 years, like a scuffed record repeating its track. Today plays like yesterday. Yeah. What few know is we've been programmed for this existence, a willful modern day slavery. You see, like an operating system on a computer, the script runs the show. Give it life's helm and accept my sympathies. I will command how you think, work, play, vote, save, invest, retire, and how you die. Some some of his quotes might be a bit overstated, but yeah. The scripted seeders are spending trillions brainwashing us that utility is for chumps. That was a quote about consumerism. But yeah. Lost time is never found again. Benjamin Franklin. Adopt conventional thinking in this area, and I guarantee you will live conventionally. Freedom from ordinary releases you from the cognitive clutter of scripted standards. I'm sorry, let me read that again. Freedom from ordinary releases you from the cognitive clutter of scripted standards by which you are measured. Your car, your job, your college degrees, your house, your social media posts, and yes, even your appearance. Let me try to find maybe another one. Yeah, here's another one. You can avoid reality, but you cannot avoid the consequences of avoiding reality. Ayn Rand. Ever since The Matrix was released in 1999, the red pill has become symbolic for many things: transformation, awakening, knowledge, freedom, and the not so obvious, the painful road of unplugging from the ordinary. As much as I'd like to be writing about rainbows, I cannot. Jim Rohn, the legendary motivational speaker, once said, we must all suffer one of two things: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Here's another quote. My 2 business degrees, a waste. My impressive college GP. Let me read that one again. Here's another one. My 2 business degrees, a waste. My impressive college GPA, earned years earlier, didn't mean jack. My dead-end job was just a merry-go-round, keeping the bills paid until next month. Yeah. Now, I've only read very short quotes here, so I don't want to read too long paragraphs. I don't want to get any. I don't want any copyright drama, you know. So yeah, I don't agree with everything that MJ DeMarco writes, especially his views around debt or loans and a little bit lack of focus, I think, on inflation and increase in cost of living, things like that. But yeah, when it comes to that part about the script or how many people are scripted into the 9 to 5 rat race and that thing, yeah, he writes a lot of brilliant stuff and oftentimes with great humor as well. So yeah, recommended for that part. So yeah, that was my basically my story and my rant about how it looked like I had told them that pigs can fly. By the way, if you have not checked out the community cash cows and you want to escape the 9 to 5 rat race, I highly advise you to check it out. It's basically a collection of a bunch of interviews I've done recently of owners of paid communities, or yeah, people running paid communities that are making at least $10,000 in profit per month. So if you want to learn from those real life success stories and also connect with a bunch of other people that are in the process of building their own paid community, go check it out at communitycashcows.com. Take care and God bless.